WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Selena Schaefer. President Trump returns to a familiar role as campaigner-in-chief as he speaks at a rally in Florida. Huge crowds stretched as far as the eye could see to welcome Mr. Trump back to the state. Kenneth Craig has a story from Melbourne, Florida.
They stood under the hot Florida sun and they waited for hours. Thousands of President Donald Trump's supporters turned out for a campaign-style rally with the man they already voted into the White House. Gene Huber was first in line at 4 o'clock this morning.
He made all these promises to us, and he's doing every single promise that he's mentioned. And that's the one thing that I've always believed with President Trump. What he says is going to happen.
This is not the first time the president has rallied here at this airport. Thousands of his supporters also showed up in September in a county and state that helped him secure the presidency.
This is my 14th rally, and I've been to 3 Mike Pence rallies.
Wow. Why so many?
I just like to support Donald Trump.
The rally comes after a turbulent first month in office, which includes the halt of his immigration ban, the resignation of Michael Flynn, his national security advisor, and the withdrawal of his pick for labor secretary. Now, sources tell CBS News that the president's choice for Navy secretary, Philip Bilden, is on the verge of withdrawing his nomination.
I believe that in the past, as an individual, when Donald Trump has failed, he's managed to pull it together and make himself a success.
Across the street, hundreds of demonstrators protested against him. Supporters told us they were eager to hear more about the president's promise to create jobs, especially in the aerospace industry along Florida's Space Coast, the former home of NASA's shuttle program, in a county where many of those jobs have dried up. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Melbourne, Florida.
A White House official told the Associated Press that the president plans to interview 2 possible candidates to replace his national secretary advisor this weekend at his resort in Palm Beach, Florida. Norma McCorvey, the anonymous plaintiff known as Jane Roe in the historical Roe v. Wade court case, has died. The U.S. Supreme Court case established a constitutional right to abortion. However, McCorvey later became an anti-abortion activist. McCorvey died in the Houston area with her daughter Melissa and several grandchildren present, according to a priest that was close to the family. The Columbus Police Department will be hosting a career day 1 week from today and hopes to fill some open spots. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., the CPD will be actively seeking applicants for Columbus police officers. There will be visits with officers and command staff, demos of equipment, tours of the building and police vehicles, and even a trip to the shooting range for a demo of police weapons. Some of the available opportunities for applicants include patrol officers, investigators, canine officers, motorcycle officers, and more. CPD's Human Resource Department will be on hand to explain pay and benefits as well as take applications on the spot. Well, it's now time to turn it over to weather for our first look with meteorologist Griffin Hardy. Griffin, how's it shaping up out there?
Had a great sunset this evening. Beautiful shot from Mr. Steve Miner from the 10 Tom Waterway in Columbus. Make sure you send all your pictures to us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at WCBI Weather. No major issues outside this evening, mainly just looking at clear skies on the Alpha Insurance Skycam in Columbus. For the rest of the night tonight, we're going to be remaining mostly cleared. Overnight lows dipping down to the mid and upper 40s. I'll look at your 7-day forecast, show you how long these 70s are going to be here. Coming up in just a few minutes. Selena?
All right, thanks for that update there, Griffin. Well, Boy Scouts of America is an organization designed to help young men build character, responsibility, and develop personal fitness. For each skill the Scouts master, they earn a merit badge. WCBI's Victoria Bailey spent the day learning. As the world continues to evolve, so do the skills that the Scouts need to be successful.
When I was coming along, they were a lot simpler merit badges.
As technology continues to advance, so do the skills needed to become an Eagle Scout.
With the Boy Scouts being around for over 100 years, you know, welding is a merit badge that has only existed now for a couple of years, or digital technology.
There are 135 merit badges available to the Scouts, with some being a requirement. Now, Executive Scout Jeremy Whitmore says these skills will help the Scouts move up in the ranks.
On the trail to become an Eagle Scout, a Scout has to earn 21 merit badges. So some of those are required. that every Eagle Scout has to earn, but then there's an array of other ones that they get to pick and choose of what they want to earn. So as an example, every Scout is going to earn the Communications Merit Badge, the First Aid Merit Badge.
Donald Ellis is the Assistant Scoutmaster for Troop 30 in Eupora, and he says since the world is developing so quickly, so are the skills the Scouts need to survive.
World changes. I mean, 20 years ago, we didn't need computer merit badge. And of course, we've always had aviation and things like that, but they've changed from biplanes when I used to take the merit badge to jets now.
Whitmore says though earning the badges moves you up the ladder, they can also be beneficial outside of the organization.
Only 4% of Boy Scouts become Eagle Scouts. So 96% of these young men won't achieve that pinnacle level of scouting. But the leadership, the service, the character building that they'll get out of scouting is still very important, even if they don't become an Eagle Scout. And these badges, often many Scouts find careers or hobbies based on these merit badges that they're earning. So a young man today taking the photography merit badge may now have a brand new hobby that he'll have for the rest of his life.
And for those who don't know, Eagle Scout is the highest achievement or rank that a Scout can receive. Coming up after the break, one local town is getting a head start on some spring cleaning. Stay with us to hear why the town thinks this is an important act.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 with Selena Schaefer.
Welcome back. One Northeast Mississippi community is getting serious about the age-old slogan, Keep America Beautiful. WCBI's Chad Groening attended a community cleanup day event and has more.
Aberdeen, Mississippi is a city with a rich heritage. Downtown is the historic Elkin Theater. There are antebellum homes. There is the impressive modern federal courthouse building. And even City Hall is an historic landmark. But Mayor Maurice Howard is concerned about another aspect of the city, its litter. There was a lot of it in this field adjacent to the main thoroughfare through town, Highway 45. That is why 80 city employees and volunteers came out for a citywide cleanup day.
We wanted to make sure that we created some type of program to get out, get the people out, get the constituents out, get our employees out to come and volunteer their time and pick up pieces of paper and make sure that our city and our streets are clean.
Linda Rickard grew up in Aberdeen and recently returned when her husband retired.
We wanted to come back home and make a difference. And starting with garbage is one of the things that we hope to get started. We need to really keep Aberdeen clean. I mean, we need to start making an effort. We need to put garbage bags in our cars instead of throwing it out our windows. We need to learn that cigarette butts are garbage.
So economically, if we're going to be an attraction, we have to show industry a reason for coming to Aberdeen. And one of the reasons is that we're going to be a clean city. We're going to be a friendly city. We're going to be a help environment, community-oriented city. It's easy to get the people out to get something done here in the city of Aberdeen.
And Rickard says there used to be such a concerted effort to avoid being litter bugs.
I remember a time when my husband and I were traveling through California, and our son accidentally let a map fly out the window. We stopped every place we could to try to catch up with that map. We didn't want to be litter bugs. That's how important it is to us.
The mayor says he would like to make this a quarterly event here in the city of Aberdeen, and he says he's thankful to the many volunteers here who come out on a Saturday to help make their town a more beautiful place to live. Chad Groening, WCBI News, Aberdeen.
And Mayor Howard says that he would like to have another citywide cleanup day by April.
Fresh new model data is in, and we're still expecting up to 5 inches of rainfall and even higher amounts in adjacent areas in San Francisco. I'll show you when we can expect the most rain coming up in your 7-day forecast right after the break.
Your First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist Griffin Hardy.
Great to see you this evening. Time is now 10:15, and we have a ridge of high pressure that's beginning to develop over the region, and that's going to make for some fairly calm weather for the short term. For the rest of the night tonight, we're looking at a nice Mild evening in the low 50s right now in Columbus, 51 and 52 in Amory, 54 in Tupelo, and 55 up to the far north in Corinth. We're going to have plenty of sunshine to start off the week for your Sunday and for your Monday. Lots of 70s for high temperatures for much of this week, and then some patchy rain chances that'll be here and there for the next coming week. So this ridge of high pressure will sit in place for the next couple of days. Sunday and Monday looks pretty nice. Their next rainmaker doesn't come in until later on Tuesday. A weak cold front stretching far off to the north and east brings in a little bit more cloud cover and very slim rain chances. I wouldn't get your hopes up too high. I don't think it's going to be a washout by any means. Mainly just spotty rain chances and a chance for some fog tomorrow morning. Dense fog advisories in effect for everywhere south of I-20 across the state. Not up in our viewing area, but we could still expect some patchy fog here and there for tomorrow morning. By 9 a.m., though, that clears out, looking at partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the upper 50s, reaching up into the mid and upper 70s, possibly farther off to the west and to the south. But looking at sunny skies overall for your Sunday. Good news there. Let's have a look at highs for tomorrow. Mid 70s and mostly sunny skies in the Tupelo area. And again, the farther you move to the south and west, high temperatures go up into the upper 70s. 78 in Carrollton and Kosciuszko, 79 in Carthage. Could see some 80s down farther to the south towards Jackson. And then in our counties in West Alabama, looking at mid 70s across the board with mostly sunny skies. And in the 7-day forecast, mostly cloudy skies begin to form for Monday. And then Tuesday, only got the rain chance at 30% for Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we get up into those upper 70s. Once again, partly cloudy skies for both days there. And another rain chance comes in Friday, and Saturday is when we finally get back down into the 60s once again. Selena?
All right, coming up, the Diamond heats up as Mississippi State and Ole Miss continue their opening weekend. Highlights from Starkville and Oxford next in sports.
Here's WCBI Sports with Robbie Donahoe.
Baseball is now in full swing. Our first Friday of the season in the books, and the all-important Game 2s were in action today in the Magnolia State. Ole Miss started off their season with a win. MSU wants a victory of their own. Not to Duty Noble we go as the Diamond Dogs going for win number 1 against the Leathernecks of Western Illinois. Couldn't be a better start. Up 3-0 in the first with 2 on. There's Amory's Tanner Poole pushing 1 to left. Cody Brown comes in, and the true American Cole Gordon not far behind. Poole gets greedy. Poole gets greedy, would end up getting thrown out second. No matter though. Diamond Dogs up 5-0 after 1. Peyton Plumlee on the mound for MSU, rolling. Not 1, not 2, but actually strikes out the side in the second to hang on to that 5-run lead. He'd strike out 7 in 6 innings. Bottom of the 4th, MSU up 6-2, and I am proud to be an American where at least I know Cole Gordon hits home runs to right. That beautiful mullet, beautiful, in the wind. That's a solo shot to right. MSU would take the lead, and they would not look back as they go on to win an 8-2 game over Western Illinois, their first win of the season. They'll prepare for that doubleheader tomorrow against the Leathernecks of Western Illinois, and they'll play Texas Tech again. Coach Cannizzaro has reason to celebrate win number 1 with the Bulldogs. Here's his reaction to the first win.
It was awesome. You know, just it's a dream come true to be the baseball coach here at Mississippi State. To get that first win is a great feeling. The atmosphere out here is the best in college baseball. It really is. There's not a place that's better than this. The last 2 days have been amazing in terms of the crowd, the energy, the atmosphere. You know, that you could really tell the Mississippi State fan base loves college baseball. They love our players and want to do everything they can to help us win. So we want to put on a good show for them each and every day, and our guys were ready to play today, and we'll be ready to play tomorrow.
How about Ole Miss? The Rebels looking to clinch the series against East Carolina today, and started off much like the first game did on Friday with a solo home run for East Carolina. That's Luke Bolka going to left center. So East Carolina has 1-0 lead. Now they lead 2-0 in the 5th. The bases loaded jam here. Enter Andy Pagnozzi, and he induces the 6-4-3 double play to get out of the jam and end the threat. After that, Ole Miss was looking good. And in the 6th, it's Colby Jack. Colby Bortles. That's a moonshot, sending that one into the stratosphere. It's a solo bomb to left. It's a 2-1 game after 6. In the 7th, look who's up. New Hope's Will Golson going down the left field line. It It's a fair ball as it gets down. Ryan Olenek would score. It's a 2-all game between Ole Miss and East Carolina. Again, the Rebels on the rally, and then just one batter later, it's a sacrifice fly from Colby Bortles as Will Golson's going to tag it from third and score easily. 3-2 lead for Ole Miss. Will Stokes would come on and get the save for the Rebels. Ole Miss has clinched the series win. They take Game 2 from East Carolina 3-2. They will go for the sweep tomorrow at noon. Well, after the break, we hit the hardwood. MSU and Ole Miss looking to add big conference wins. Highlights from Starkville and Fayetteville on the way. Welcome back. Before we get into college hoops, I want to make a quick mention. The MHSA Basketball State Tournament begins next week, starting on Monday with the girls, boys on Tuesday. We have the full schedule of our area teams playing in the tournament. Technically the playoffs will start. State tournament starts in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. But all those games, that entire schedule is online on our website now at WCBI.com. Just find the local sports tab. You can find it all there. We'll get all the highlights and action coming up starting on Monday with the ladies. Well, now to college hoops. Mississippi State has been fortunate with their SEC schedule this year that the top 3 teams in the conference, all ranked in the top 20, all came to Humphrey Coliseum, and MSU didn't have to travel there. So Bulldogs were right there with Kentucky and South Carolina last week. I hope the third time will be the charm today to get that win over that ranked team. As the Bulldogs hosting their third nationally ranked team at the Hump this year, this time the 15th ranked Florida Gators, who did not have one of their starters inside, John Igbunu. He had a torn ACL, so MSU going right to work inside early at Xavier and Stapleton, basket +1. Bulldogs jumped out to a 13-7 lead. Gators would answer with a 7-0 run. Quindary Weatherspoon enters with a steal and bucket for 2. He had a game-high 17. Florida would finish the first half strong, though. This is Chris Chioza, one of the talented Florida guards, and he goes that scoop lefty finish pretty. Gators led 32-24 at recess. Florida would lead by as much as 12 in the second half, but here's one of the 16 forced turnovers from the Bulldogs that would spark a rally. There's Mario Kegler from Lamar Peters, 5-point game. Now it's down to a 2-point game with about 2 minutes to go. Weatherspoon going to thread the needle to Eric Holman, finishing with 2 hands. We are tied with 2 minutes to go, double-digit deficit, no matter. But the play of the game here, Mario Kegler gets a block on Casey Hill, but the ball goes right into the hands of Kavarius Hayes, who finishes. And that's sort of been what it's been like for MSU and hoops over the last 2 to 3 weeks. Bulldogs dropped their 4th straight in the SEC, 57-52. They've also lost 8 of 10. Trying to find a way to bounce back. They're playing teams close, just can't get over the top. Here's reaction from after the game.
You know, we had the game tied 52-all, get a block shot that falls short, falls right in our hands because we're not seeing the ball, and that's just like a, you know, that's a tough 50-50 ball that we got to be able at home to get to and pounce on. You can see, I mean, we're the youngest team in the country. We're right there with nationally ranked teams. You know, we just need a little more to get it over the hump.
I think we just got to keep playing as a team and knock down some shots. I mean, we were 2 for 23 from 3. I felt like that hurt us tonight, and normally, if we could hit 8 or 9 of those, I think we could pull that to win out tonight. But, I mean, we just got to keep playing as a team. I think we did a great job defensively. I mean, they like to score. I mean, they averaged like 80 points or something like that. We kept them down to 50-something. But, I mean, we just got to keep playing.
Over to Ole Miss, boy, they needed this win tonight at Arkansas to bolster their tournament resume. They're starting to get in position when they're moving on to the bubble, so a win at Arkansas would be huge for the tournament resume. There's Terrence Davis. He was huge, started hot. He finished with 24 points, including that triple right there. Before the end of the half, Davis going to drive and leave it for Marcampus Hyman on the baseline, reversal finish. Rebels trailed 46-37 at the half, though. Second half, here comes the rally. Look at this ball, carrying off the deflection, and then how about DeAndre Burnett right there for the 3? It would be a 5-point game. After that, though, it all went downhill for Ole Miss. The Razorbacks went on a 19-0 run, sparked by Daryl Macon, who, yeah, this guy had 30 points off the bench, 6 threes. Now, Ole Miss trying to get back in, and there's Burnett again, another 3 from the corner. They got it down to 14 at Ole Miss. It wouldn't get any closer than that. Here's Moses Kingsley with the exclamation point, the follow-up slam right there. Arkansas would cruise to a 98-80 win. By the way, the Rebels will be in Starkville Tuesday night to take on Mississippi State. Both teams really need that win going forward in the SEC. And we have sad news to report from today. Former Ole Miss Rebel offensive lineman Justin Sawyer has passed away at the age of 36. Sawyer was the starting center for Eli Manning and the Rebels in 2003, as you see right there, wearing the number 53. He actually played tight end in 2002, even caught a touchdown pass for Ole Miss. Now, he was recently hired to be the new head coach at West Lincoln High School in Brookhaven, Mississippi. Spent a little bit of time as the offensive coordinator at Lawrence County High School recently. We send our thoughts and prayers to Justin's family and friends and Ole Miss colleagues on the loss of a great man. There is a GoFundMe page that is being sent around to people to donate to cover his funeral expenses so his family won't be in trouble after his passing. You can search for his name on GoFundMe.com and find his page there to donate if you would like. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
Final look at your 7-day forecast. We've got lots of sunshine in the short term and mostly cloudy skies for Monday and Tuesday. Slim rain chances for Tuesday at 30%. Upper 70s by Wednesday and Thursday, and then more rain comes back for Friday.
Some ideal temperatures in February now.
Yes.
I can't even believe it's already February.
If you didn't know any better, you'd think it's April.
This is true. See, the temperatures have us confused.
Yep, they do.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We hope you have a good one. Take care.